I mean, shit, I ain't gonna lie, I do it the exact way I did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and that nigga Smee, like, was like, shit, we gotta go to college, and we knew we wanted to rap, so we gotta go to art school. I found Columbia. I'm like, shit. I went and shit. I like you said, like I had a credit, finished. I dropped out 2010, like with 2011. We started 2010. I dropped out 2011, but in that time we had already met Classic, and so we recording. You know what I'm saying? We recording with Classic, like recording at Classics, and so and we just meeting so many people type shit. We start meeting people, and then I'm going around like college getting hella high, like getting fried as fuck, like kind of this. I stopped giving a fuck about class. I just remember one time I walked in class and I was so fucking high, and I was always like an A student, like I'm talking about like damn near honors. Like when I graduated like high school, I was in AP classes, and I just remember sitting in the class, and I ain't said not a word, but I didn't hear shit the teacher had said. And I was just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like I'm sitting there looking at this man. I don't hear shit he said because I'm so busy just thinking in my own head about shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like I went there. I love the experience I had. I met some people. I had lifetime relationships, like with Classic, which led to a lot of other things that happened in my life. So I do it the exact same. When it comes to advice on school shit, it's really everything really what you make it. Just know that like in school, you know, it ain't the same as back in the day where like that diploma was a guaranteed job. But I do know what a guarantee is them damn loans. But I mean shit, you know, how the fuck they gonna catch you unless you decide to be the type of adult that need credit. So it's just kind of like, you know, my look on school is never like, I'm just in the world, just never take that naive route. Always dream to be the biggest you can be, but just know like people gonna try to get over on you, even the school system. That's just how I look at it, you know. And I look at like just grade school and, you know, high school, them shits is like programming the mechanisms. That shit ain't really for like, you know, because like, you know, really a lot of people who think are rich in this country are people who's basically spent, and this aside from just thinking about criminals, but just a lot of people was just people who done sat and just thought about shit that wasn't there. You know, like shit that wasn't already there. So to do that, like, you gotta kind of be against the grain. Like, you know, on some psychological analysis shit, like you probably would be the nigga that's a class disruptor. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? Because you just you kind of opposite of your brain don't really move the way somebody would, you know, and it's really just programming. So just don't go getting programmed. This is all about how you feel. I personally, the only reason I got 2 kids. The only reason I really want my kids to go to school is for social reasons. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, like to just get them acclimated around people, learn how, you know what I'm saying? Just that type of thing. Learn how to be by themselves around people and shit, you know, and kind of deal with social things, social issues. It might be smaller incubated level, but just deal with that shit kind of, you know, that's really what I feel like the learning come from, just being around people. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get your learning from. But as far as like the books, I mean, you get certain knowledge, but I never tell people you had to go to school to accomplish your dreams. A lot of the people who I looked up to dropped out. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I could say, I went to private school for a year. Well, for my middle school, like 2 years in my middle school, and my freshman year, I was in private school. My mother a lawyer, so she big on education and shit. And I, like I said, like I was always real smart. Like, you know, like one of the people who was like, I was technically a brainiac type nigga, but I was always kind of like shunning that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just remember like I went. My middle school was like a private school, but it was all African American. It was all boys. It was like made to get inner city young niggas to like places where they could move forward in their life. So all us like placed in like, you know, in St. Louis, And I got it, but it's kind of different. But in St. Louis, a lot of like all our good high schools, mostly like our good high schools, that's not like on some academic shit or like, you know, attached with churches. Like I don't know how to say it, like like Christian churches type shit. You know, like Christian schools type shit. Like Christian private schools type shit. So I went to SLU, which is like a one of those like a St. Louis University high school type shit. Like, you know, SLU University has a high school type shit. So I went there for a year, and I just remember feeling like, damn, like these white, like, you know, lack of a better term, like damn, the white people school system really prepare these motherfuckers to go to college and get rich. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm feeling like I'm doing some old like historical shit just being in the class, because where I come from, like the schools I was just at, like what my family be on type shit. And all these motherfuckers like shit, I could have went to Ladue if you from St. Louis, like Ladue, like a public school that's just in a nice predominantly white area. He like, I could have went to Ladue and got this education. When I went to my freshman year, I had global history. When I went to like Hazelwood Central, which is the high school I graduated from, which is a public school, like shit, my history class was like 3 years behind. Like, so when I was in senior year, I took AP US history in my senior year of high school, and it still had shit in the curriculum that I learned my freshman year at the other private school type shit. So just to show you like the difference.